Good evening, Fast Pitch fans, and welcome to Game 19 of the U23 Men's Canadian Softball Championships in Kitchener, Ontario. We're here for game number 19 between the visiting Delisle Pride and the hometown Shallow Lake Sting. After a leadoff single by Will Major, it brings to the plate the center fielder, Ryan Bicknell. Nice scoop by catcher Lander Hartley on that pitch. Holds the runner at first base. On the mound for the Sting today is Jack Miles. Lander Hartley's behind the dish. So he has a 3-0 count to Bicknell. And Bicknell draws a walk. Two on, none away. Batter is Ethan Sommerfeld. Bunt attempt, pulls back, but it's a called strike one. Rise ball high for ball one. Ball off the screen, advances both runners. So we're second and third now, none away. 2 on the count. Sommerfeld's been swinging a hot stick this week, batting .500 for the Delisle Pride. So he watches ball 3. That ball is high and caught in foul territory by the right fielder, Austin McComb, but that will score a run on the sacrifice. Delisle takes an early 1-0 lead. Bicknell also tagging on that play. So runner on third, 1 away. Batter, Ethan Sommerfeld is now up to bat. The last batter was catcher Max Major. Apologies on that. Ball lifted high into left field. Caught, but that will bring home another run. Making the score 2-0 for Delisle. Now batting is the designated player, Cher Leclerc. No one on, and 2 away. That ball is back to the screen. Close pitch on the outer half, called the ball. Good change up there for strike 2. Brings to a full count, 3-2, 2 away. And high, ball 4. We have timeout called by Shallow Lake. Take this time to make some introductions. My name's Johnny Baker, and in here with me today is Greg Hamill. Greg, welcome.
Johnny, thanks for having me. I'm just jumping in the booth for this game to give you a hand. It sounds like you're doing a great job thus far and taking us through the top of the first inning here. It looks like we have some early action.
Yeah, we had a little mishap. Read the wrong batter once, but we got it straightened out. We got all the fans at home up to date on what's going on. Big throw by catcher Lander Hartley to nab.
Good presence early. They won't be running on him too much throughout this one.
Nope. Good throw. Alrighty, here we go for the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Shallow Lake Sting, number 8, playing center field, Drayton Howell. Battery tonight for Delisle. On the mound is number 11, Kobe Faubert, and behind the dish is number 1, Max Major. Big swing there. Bringing it to a 1-2 count on Howell. Hard hit ball to second. Little bobble there, but good recovery to get out number 1.
That's Caden Fadak at second base. Good play to keep it in front of him and make the play over to first. A well hit ball too.
Yep, that was hit on the screws. Batting now for Shallow Lake. It's a shortstop, number 23, Blake Brubaker.
Brubaker, a player who's been playing lots of ball this August. He spends time with the Rostock Braves in the under-20 circuit.
I believe their Canadians are taking place next week out in Carp. Brubaker quickly ahead 3-0 here. Faubert in there for strike 1. Inside, ball 4. Man on first, brings to the plate, number 19, the designated player, Brad Barker. Ground ball right side. Scooped up. The first baseman, Evan Young. Brubaker advancing to second on the play.
Good at bat by Barker, serves the purpose, moves the runner over, sets up an opportunity to score here in the bottom half of the first inning.
2 away, the batter. First baseman, number 11, Josh DeVries. Faubert works yet to another 3-0 count here in the bottom of the first inning. Comes back with that hard dipper for strike 1. Better half called strike 2. So here we go, 3-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Low, ball 4.
No damage done yet, an opportunity for Faubert to get out of it. Maybe looking to attack the zone and maybe get ahead of a couple of hitters here. Throw strikes early in the count.
Next up, to number 5, the right fielder, Austin McComb. Max Major popping up, ready to throw there, but no play.
Max Major, a versatile player. I had seen him play a lot of shortstop in the past. They would have got him behind the dish tonight.
Sticks that pitch well. Get a called strike. 1-1 the count. Just outside. Fouled back. Make it a 2-2 count.
Yet another opportunity for Faubert to get out of it here and kind of settle his way in. Although it's been a lengthy inning, he's going to have an opportunity to get out of it.
Timeout here. Working through sequences here with a runner on second base. Brubaker peeking in, see if he can get an advantage here. Change up. Hangs back and fouls it off down the right field line. Combs worked hard in this at bat. 2-2 count. Fouled a couple pitches off here. Faubert gets him. Hard drop ball for strike 3. And that'll do it for the first inning. We are 1 complete here.
An eventful start to this one. I think both pitchers will look to settle in as we continue here.
This time we'd also like to thank some of the many sponsors to help put this event on. Hallman Construction, Village Caterer, the Lions Club of Kitchener, McCarter Grispan Lawyers, MTE Consultants, Ace Home and Garden in Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur, Easton and Rawlings Sports, Expressway Ford New Hamburg, the Skelton family, and Conestoga College, who are doing a fabulous job here this week on the broadcast, providing it for all the fans at home. But if you are here or plan to come here, the beer's cold, the food's great. We got some great ball action going on this weekend. Playoffs right around the corner.
Yeah, we're just getting started here. We'll roll right into the weekend. No better place to be than the ballpark on a Friday evening, and Saturday and Sunday. There'll be lots of great ball. And, already being here just for a short time, but there is a ton of young talent spread across each and every one of these teams here. So come on out, catch some good ball.
Top of the second inning. Leading off this inning is the first baseman, number 20, Evan Young. little bit of discussion here. Home plate umpire and the scorers table. But it looks like we're all set here. Miles. It's an early called strike call.
Yeah, that's going to be the key here. Get ahead of hitters and limit some damage here.
That pitch is laced in the left field. Evan Young ripping that pitch.
It's a well hit ball. He comes inside and he turns on that ball.
Leadoff single brings to the plate the third baseman, number 6, Tom Norris. Drops that changeup in there for strike 2. So getting ahead of hitters so far this inning. Hard ball hit to third. Third baseman Johnny Couch doesn't handle it.
Pride putting balls in play early here. Obviously it keeps their success and give yourself a chance to put some runners on base and a chance to do some damage here in the second inning.
Caden Fadak, the textbook bunt. Moving runners over to second and third here. Left fielder Rhett Bernard now up, fouls one back. Shallow Lake infielders cutting it down here, looking to, as they're all in. Trying to keep that runner at third base on anything hitting the infield. It's a ball, but good scoop by Lander Hartley to keep that in front. Keep that runner at third base. Nice play.
Yes, Josh DeVries cuts it down at second base, goes home with it. Saves Shallow Lake a run here in the second inning. That was an excellent play by Josh DeVries. My mistake. That's Jack Kimmett.
Nice play nonetheless, though, cutting down the runner at home. And with 2 outs, we get a pop-up. And the Shallow Lake Sting get out of that inning. After 2 hard-hit balls, Jack Miles settles in and gets some help from the defense.
Yeah, and well done. They get the sack bunts, a nice play at home plate, and then a pop-up, and they're out limit some damage. That could, you know, prove to be the difference later on in the game. You just never know. Sometimes those early runs, if you can limit damage early, you can find a way to get yourself back in the ball game.
Absolutely. Giving your hitters a chance to get back into this game.
So Johnny, what?
We are back. After a leadoff walk, and that bunt attempt there was the pitcher Jack Miles.
Delisle looks like they have someone warming in the pen down the line.
And a base hit by Miles.
So we'll have to see the pitcher is helping himself out, getting things going here in the bottom of the second. So base runners every inning thus far. An eventful game. Pitcher's just looking to settle in at this point.
Left fielder Colby McComb, the bunt attempt. So similar strategy as Delisle last inning. Trying to move runners into scoring position here.
Again, interesting strategy. I mean, everybody's been stringing hits together. They've been finding guys on, but always looking to move runners over into scoring position.
It's a ball high. And Jack Miles was caught out there. Second baseman Caden Fadak snuck in behind there. But no throw. So it remains runners on first and second. Shows bunt, but that ball is high for ball two.
Colbert bringing good pace
And bunt attempt, pulls back, but it's a called strike, which brings the count to 2-2 now. Looked like a rise ball there. Greg, as a pitcher, you're looking to throw probably a rise ball in that situation if batters are looking to bunt.
Yeah, oftentimes look to throw a rise and make it difficult on the hitter to get the ball down, and you're looking to induce a pop-up and give your defense a chance at a little pop-up and potentially even a double play.
Combs swinging now. The 3-2 count. He fouls that one down the right field line.
Good chance here for Shallow Lake to break the scoring open and get themselves on board after a lot of base runners.
Good at bat here by McComb as he fights off yet another pitch. A called strike 3 on the inside corner.
Excellent pitch. Looked like a low rise ball inside, painted it, gets his team one out. Good start for them.
McComb, after a great at bat, goes down looking. With one away, runners on first and second, brings to the plate the catcher, Lander Hartley. And again, Hartley's looking to get that ball on the ground. Bunts that foul.
Yeah, the 9-hitter for Shallow Lake, looking to turn the lineup over to the top with runners on second and third. Looking to move some runners here.
A little slap action there. A little soft line drive to the shortstop. Will Major corrals that easily. And we have 2 away with runners on first and second. We're back to the top of the order with Drayton Howell.
Phil Bear, another chance to get out of an inning with some runners on. It hasn't been the cleanest of 2 innings to start this game, but he's done a good job limiting damage.
Shallow Lake taking advantage of that 2-out pitcher rule. The greatest rule in fastball, eh, Greg?
What a great rule. Save your pitchers. The pitchers are important to this game. It's a long week. Keep them off the base path.
Hard hit. Drayton Howell with another hard hit ball. Second base. But Caden Fadax there with a 4-3 putout. And that will do it for the second inning here in Kitchener.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job of putting balls in play and getting runners on, but it's been pitchers who have just been able to settle things down.
We're back here for the top of the third inning. Our apologies if the audio has been a little off. We had a microphone off, but we are new to this and we are learning, and we now got the microphone turned on. So there's step one. But we are back here for the top of the third inning. And up to bat for the Delisle Pride is number 22, center fielder Ryan Bicknell. Bicknell drew a walk in his first at-bat. Swinging there on that changeup. Miles did a great job burying that pitch in the dirt. Fouled straight back for strike two. So Miles doing a great job of getting ahead early here, attacking these Delisle hitters. Ground ball to short, on to first, gets Bicknell. Great play by shortstop Blake Brubaker to get the speedy Bicknell at first.
Bicknell getting down to first in a hurry forces Brubaker to make a nice play there. And Miles settling in here nicely. The first two batters of the game ended up scoring, and he's been good thus far.
Now batting for Delisle is the three-hitter, catcher Max Major.
Max Major spending some time on some of the Team Canada, Softball Canada programs over the last number of years. A versatile player. I was saying earlier, I've seen him play a lot of shortstop, but catching today and catching for large parts of this season.
Miles. Attacking here quickly. Has Major down 0-2. And a changeup in the dirt, but it gets by. And Major will scurry down to first and will take advantage of that drop third strike rule. That changeup just getting by catcher Lander Hartley. And with one away, we have a runner on first base.
Yeah, and that's a good pitch from Miles. A changeup, you want to keep it low. The catcher just unable to corral it, and a tough break, but a good pitch.
Brings up Ethan Sommerfeld, the right fielder. He's had a great week, batting .500. And he watches that rise ball high. Ball low. So Miles working up and down here. Falls behind 2-0. Comes back with a great dipper on the outside. Strike one. Ball is outside, but a throw down to second still.
Yeah, that's a good patient at bat by Sommerfeld. He gets up there 2-0, watches a strike, and then the third ball allows the runner Max Major to advance to second base, and now a chance to score a runner here.
3-1 pitch coming. That's ball four low. So just like that, runners on first and second with only one out here. bringing up the designated player, Cheryl Leclerc.
So multiple runners on in each of the 3 innings for Delisle. Let's see if they can break it open with a 2-0 lead.
Claire fouls that back to make it a 1-1 count here. He watches a rise ball high for ball 2. Pitch low. Ball 3. Miles is fouling behind here. 2 consecutive batters. 3-1 count. Leclerc will be looking to do damage on this pitch here. Calls time. It is not a cool day here in Kitchener.
Beautiful day for ball, though. A little hot on the players, but great opportunity for the fans to get out and enjoy some ball.
Absolutely. And Miles walks Leclerc to load the bases here. That will bring out Shallow Lake coach Joe Howell to have a chat.
It looks like we're going to see a pitching change here. Miles did a great job through the first 2 1/3, limiting damage for Delisle, but I think the right call here, Johnny. Get a new look for these hitters.
Absolutely. Tough position to come into. Looks like we're going to see number 5, Austin McComb, come in to pitch. So he's in a tough spot here with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Yeah, I think the key here is to come in, attack hitters, and give your defense a chance to get out of this inning. You are really only 1 pitch away. You've got 1 out. You got the bases loaded. If he can force a ground ball, they can find their way out of this inning.
Yeah, keeping that ball down will be key here. Shallow Lake proving their defense so far in this game. Made a couple good plays.
And for Delisle, a team that's put runners on in every inning, only a 2-0 lead to show for it. This would be a great opportunity for them to add to their lead.
Great opportunity to crack the game open here indeed. Coming up next tonight, a couple of pair of games yet this evening. We'll see the hometown Tavistock Merchants playing the Nova Scotia Selects. And then later on this evening, Harwood will play Wyerton. Although I believe that game may be being moved up to the 6:30 time slot in order to avoid some potential weather and get done earlier this evening.
Yeah, that's the luxury here in Kitchener. We've got two good diamonds, 3 if you had to use the 3rd. But that's the luxury of having diamond availability. We can adjust and adapt to any weather condition.
So here we go. We're back. And pitcher Austin McComb in the face, Ethan Young. and misses low, ball 1. Ethan Young laced a pitch his last time up to bat. He'll be looking to do the same here. And the dirt, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Drop ball. Swinging and missing is Young.
That's a great pitch by McComb. Stay inside, attack the hitter. He's back in the at-bat.
Change up. It's a good pitch, but missing low. 3-1. Infield in for Shallow Lake. Fouled back and up the first base line. Brings it to a 3-2 count here. Big pitch coming up for both sides. And Young fouling that off inside. Good pitch by McComb.
Yeah, McComb's done a great job of coming in and throwing strikes. Looks like he's got a good drop ball, good changeup option.
Looking to use that drop ball to induce a ground ball here. And does just that. Out at the plate, safe at first. Great play. Third base by Johnny Couch to cut down that runner and keep the score only 2-0. It's exactly what you want to do if you're McComb there. Now up, it's the third baseman, Tom Norris. As he watches ball 1 low. So here we are. Again, a pitch away from getting out of this after coming in bases loaded with only 1 out. Change up. Great pitch.
Excellent pitch. He comes into the game. He has no fear throwing changeups, no fear attacking hitters, and again, an opportunity to get out of this one.
Changeup misses out. Brings the count to 2-1 here. Missing outside with that drop ball, just outside. So, 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch comes. And that ball is laced in the left field. 2 runners will come home to score. And a great piece of hitting by third baseman Tom Norris. Laces double in the left field.
Yeah, Tom Norris gets the hit that Delisle has been looking for the last couple of innings. Gives them a chance to add to their lead and break the game open a little bit.
And if you're Shallow Lake here, you just got to focus on getting out of this inning so you can get back to the sticks and back to work there. Two outs. Runners on second and third. Caden Fadak up to bat. Sack bunt in his last at bat, and it was a beauty. Cole misses high. Combe dials one up on the outer half. Two on the count. And again, delivering with that hard drop ball on the outer half for strike two, and he's back. 2-2. Two outs. Runners on second and third here for Caden Fadak. And that ball's hit hard into right field and corralled. So like that, McComb gives up a hit to Tom Norris, but gets out of it, only allowing two. The score after 2.5, the Lyle Pride 4. Shallow Lake, no score, looking to come back in this game as they come up to bat and the third inning. And we are back. Leading off for Shallow Lake, in the bottom of the third, the shortstop, Blake Brubaker.
Shallow Lake looking to answer here after giving up two in the top of the third.
And Brubaker connects on that one. Drives it out to center field, which is caught out there by Bicknell. And we have one away quickly here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting. Put a good bat on it. Nice play by the center fielder.
That will bring to the plate the designated player, Brad Barker. And he connects on a ball to second base, and it's thrown away. So Barker will reach on an error. He hustled down the line there to force that throw.
Brad Barker had some noticeable speed last at bat. I think it may have, forced some defenders to rush on that play.
That will bring to the plate the first baseman, Josh DeVries. Big swing there. Fouls that back. Looks like it may have gotten catcher Max Major. So Humpy going out to chat with the pitcher and give the catcher a second. Looks like we're back and set and ready to go. 0-2 the count. Good change up there, but misses just low.
And again, Faubert settling in here. He is limited damage thus far, and although some base runners, he's found a way to get out of it.
It's a big swing there, but strike 3 on DeVries. Put 2 away. Should bring to the plate the pitcher, Austin McComb. Takes ball 1 low. Looks like a rise ball there. Misses high. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Ball hit the short.
Great play.
And they get him. Great play by Major over there at short to get McComb hustling down the line.
Evan Young makes a great scoop at first, and Delisle is out of the inning.
We are back for the top of the 4th inning here. And leading off for the Delisle Pride is number 12, the left fielder, Rhett Bernard. Greg, we were talking there in the break about how cool this tournament is. U23 takes me back to the old Stratford Cubs days.
Yep, makes me feel old. That would be 9 summers ago. Johnny and I played for the Stratford Cubs, and we won the Under-21 Canadian Championship. Softball Canada has since changed it to Under-23, but a lot of similarities in the tournament. It's cool to see different teams from different provinces. What are your memories from that week in 2015, Johnny?
I think just the memories made. It wasn't necessarily about the games we played or what happened on the field, but it was just the memories of being there with all our buddies and being able to fight for a national championship. So.
Yep, absolutely. And if you have the chance to win, it's funny how you remember those guys and you remember those teammates even more. than if you just go through the tournament, you didn't quite have that success.
Ground ball back to McComb.
And it's a long week too. These teams play a lot of ball. It's 2 games a day for a number of days, and then the grind of the playoffs through Saturday and Sunday. So it's a lot of ball. It's not necessarily about being the best on any given day, but it's who can survive the week, and the depth really comes into play throughout the week.
Absolutely. So we have 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, and batting is back to the top of the order. Your shortstop, Will Major.
Saskatchewan rather, always sending good teams to these tournaments. It's one of those provinces that generates a lot of talent, a lot of teams at any level. I know they have a number of men's teams on the go, and if you go down the list of age groups, you'll see a Saskatchewan team just about at every level. So they do a good job of producing teams and producing a lot of talent.
Absolutely, as do all the provinces here this week. Some real good fastball hotbeds being showcased here in Kitchener this week. So if you do get a chance, come on out to the Peter Hallman Ball Yard to see some great fast pitch action. For those of you just joining us, we're game 19 here of the U23 Men's Canadian Championship. The score is 4-0 for Delisle Pride over the Shallow Lake Sting. Ryan Bicknell up to bat with 1 out and a runner on first base.
Austin McComb's done a nice job to come in here and kind of settle things down and limit some damage for Shallow Lake.
Look at that.
What a play.
Hard back to McComb, but makes a great catch and on to first and doubles off. Was it Bicknell over there? I believe so.
Great play.
Great play.
Pitchers, they're just the best athletes on the field.
Oh yeah, here we go. Through 3.5, score remains Delisle 4, Shallow Lake no score. Due up for Shallow Lake in the 4th, Couch, Miles, and McComb. We are back here, ready to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Kobe Faubert still on the mound here for the Delisle Pride, has only given up 1 hit. Although there's been some base runners on, he has been able to get out of a couple jams here. and hold Shallow Lake off the board. Shallow Lake looking to shorten that spread. Down 4 here. Looking to put some runners on and hopefully cash this inning.
Yeah, Shallow Lake's done a good job of putting runners on base. They just have lacked that timely hit this game. Something to look for in this inning.
That's a good way to start it off. Johnny Couch lacing that ball in the right field for a base hit here to lead things off in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting. Pitch outside, he goes with it. A good start to the inning for Shallow Lake.
Looks like we have a change here. Now batting is number 12, Ben Redmond. Coming into the game for Jack Miles. As he is ahead early in the count, 2-0. And ball 3 high. So Shallow Lake, exactly what they're looking for here. Runner on, ahead in the count, 3-0. Fulbert with a drop ball inside for a called strike. And then leans back for another one. Good hard drop ball in the outer half for strike 2, and quickly it's 3-2. He's back in it. And that was a ground ball. Hit to short. Out at second. Getting Johnny Couch, but unable to turn the double play.
Yeah, that's a hard hit ball and a nice play to get it out and a fielder's choice. Keep a runner at first base. Delisle has done a great job throughout the week. Only one loss thus far to the defending champs, Tavistock Merchants. Johnny, do you think they have a chance to get themselves into a medal position by Sunday?
Absolutely. Good pitching depth. They've gotten some timely hitting this week, and they play great defense.
Yeah, they're a team that's been around for a few years now, obviously losing in the finals last year to Tavistock, and a lot of talent on this team, and they'll be looking to have some revenge on Tavistock come the end of the week.
Another ground ball. 2. And on to first again, but unable to turn the double play. So again, we'll get another fielder's choice there.
Fulbert has had a knack of getting himself out of trouble all evening long. And he's got a situation, 2 out. He can get himself out again and keep the score 4-0.
It's bad as the catcher, Lander Hartley. It's Fulbert. Dots the outer half for strike 1. Hartley drops down a bunt, and he will leg that out. And moving over to third on the play is number 4, Reese Martin. And just like that, we have runners on the corner with 2 outs. For the top of the order, Drayton Howell. So once again, Shallow Lake putting some pressure on with runners on base.
Looks like we might see a pitching change here. Runners on first and third, 2 out.
And that will be it for Faubert. Great outing for him. Allows only 3 hits, no runs. We'll leave 2 on the bases for incoming pitcher Owen Cox.
Owen Cox, a native of Alberta. Now Johnny, with Alberta having no team in this tournament, are other provinces allowed to pick players up from provinces not represented?
In the U23 category, they are. They have to apply for a release from their home province to be able to do so.
Yeah, I think that's great though. If your province is unable to send a team, it's good that Owen Cox has the opportunity to slide over to Saskatchewan and go with the Delisle Pride.
Absolutely. I got a chance to speak with Owen after the game on Wednesday night versus Tavistock, as he had a great outing in that game. Coming into that game, Tavistock was ahead 7-1 at one point, and he was able to hold Tavistock off and allow his team to come back into that game. But after the game, we were talking, and he actually helps out, or is going to school down in the States, and is a manager and pitching or batting practice pitcher for a school down in Texas. So that's pretty cool. Pitching batting practice to NCAA Division I school down there. Great way to get an education and also work on your pitching skills.
Wow, that's amazing. And stay sharp throughout the off season.
Absolutely.
Enjoy some warm weather too.
Yeah, down in Texas. But here we go. Ball 1. And that's high. That ball is laced into right field. Coming to score is 1. Play the third. He is in there. Lander Hartley beats the throw. And Drayton Howell.
Drayton Howell was
nice piece
right
of hitting
on the backside of that ball. He's been a threat all night for Shallow Lake and finally comes through with a big hit.
And that will erase the goose egg on the scoreboard for Shallow Lake as they finally score a run. And they have runners on second and third now with Blake Brubaker up. Brubaker to third base, and that gets through. Coming around is Howell, and Brubaker delivers. Getting that ball through the infield. And just like that, we are in a ball game.
Well, it was only a matter of time for Shallow Lake. They had put a lot of runners on base. They just lacked that timely hit. But you turn it over to the top of the order. Howell, Brubaker, 4-3 ball game.
So here we go. Batter, number 19, Brad Barker. He watches strike 1. Inside, runner takes off. Brubaker beats the throw. Didn't look like anyone was at the base yet. Caden Fadak does a good job of keeping that ball in the infield and holding Brubaker to second. But here we are, 4-3 ball game. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position for Barker. he fouls that straight back. He just missed that pitch. One, two the count here to Barker. Rise ball, fouled back and out of play.
Good at bat by Barker here. Known more so for his work in the circle as a pitcher at the under 20 level, but obviously a key piece for Shallow Lake here at the under 23s.
And here you're really looking to drive in that runner on second base, keeping it really simple, putting the ball back up the middle. Anything through should score Brubaker from second. But Cox gets him. Drop ball down, gets Barker. But Shallow Lake puts up 3 in the bottom of the 4th inning to make it a 4-3 ball game. 5th inning coming up next. Welcome back to Game 19, the U23 Men's Canadian Championship. We're back for the 5th inning here. The Delisle Pride leading the Shallow Lake Sting by a score of 4-3. Leading off this inning for Delisle is the catcher, Max Major. Major quickly ahead, 2-0 in the count. Shallow Lake doing a great job to claw back in this game, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning to make this a 1-run ball game. Combs snaps one in there on the outer half for strike 1. Foul ball evens the count, 2-2.
McComb continues to do a nice job here, limiting damage from Delisle. Comes in, throws a lot of strikes, mixes a good drop ball, good changeup.
Major fights that one off, staying alive.
And for Delisle, if they want to continue to add to their score, Major is going to be a big part of it, don't you think, Johnny?
Absolutely. 3-stick leading off, 3, 4, 5 here in the 5th inning. As Major lifts that one into left field. Coming in to make that grab is left fielder Reese Martin.
Johnny, if we think back to the history of the Shallow Lake Sting, who comes to mind?
I would have to say my boy Owen Torrey. OT, as they call him. Shallow Lake Sting alum.
You would have to think that jersey has been retired.
The way Owen plays ball, I bet you that thing's destroyed. That thing's hanging on by a thread on some hanger somewhere. He played the game so hard and continues to do so for the Toronto Batmen on the senior circuit. Owen will be part of the team traveling out to BC next week and to Saskatoon later this summer for the Senior Men's Canadian Championship.
That should be a good event. Toronto Batmen, defending champion, DC. Should have the DC shoes shined up.
Absolutely. McComb ahead here, 0-2 to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld fouls that pitch back to stay alive. And yet again, another foul ball.
Hitters making it tough on McComb here. A lot of good at-bats on both teams this evening.
Yeah, making them work out there on this spicy evening here in Kitchener. That sun has come back out and is beaten down pretty good. It's a good pitch there, burying that changeup in the dirt. Wasting one there, but giving the hitter Ethan Sommerfeld a different look up there. Missing down for ball 2. So a 2-2 count here. Sommerfeld's done a nice job of battling in there. Looking to get a runner on for LeClaire on deck. McComb just missing. Inside. And it's a 3-2 count. And just like that, Sommerfeld works back from being down 0-2 to draw a walk here, to put a runner on with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning here for Delisle. That ball gets away from Hartley. And Sommerfeld will advance to second on that pitch. Time called by Shallow Lake. Coach Joe Howell will head out to the mound, have a quick chat.
Yeah, good opportunity to slow things down for the Shallow Lake Sting. It's a big moment. Obviously an important run to cut off there at second base.
Now there was some activity down in the Shallow Lake pen, so not sure if this will be a pitching change or if this is just an opportunity to slow the game down here. We'll wait and see. Home plate umpire coming out to break up the conference. But it does look like we will have a pitching change. So Austin McComb will be coming out of the game. And Drayton Howell will come in to finish this thing up. Great outing by McComb. He inherited the bases loaded when he first came into this game and limited them to only 2 runs. So great outing by McComb. Hopefully Drayton will be able to come in and close the door here and keep this a 1-run game.
Yeah, Drayton, a key piece for this team. Leadoff hitter. He came through with the big hit last inning. See what he's got on the mound.
Again, we'd like to take some time to thank the awesome sponsors who helped put this event on. Hallman Construction, Village Caterer, the Lions Club of Kitchener, McCarter and Grespin Lawyers, MTE Consultants, MHPC, Planning, Urban Design, and Landscape Architecture, Ace Home and Garden, Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur, our boy Barry Ite out there, Easton Rawlings Sports, Expressway Ford in New Hamburg, the Skelton family, and Conestoga College. Conestoga College doing a fabulous job here this week on the broadcast, bringing us some great action from the park for those who aren't able to make it out to the diamond. But for those who are, Village Catering food trucks here, and the Lions Club is running the beer tent for us in right field, and the beers are cold, the sun is shining, and we got some great fast pitch going on here at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard. So come on out. Playoffs start tomorrow, and it will be a great weekend of ball. Highly intense competition surely to come. Looking forward to a great weekend here at the Ball Yard. Looks like we're just about ready to get back to it here. Again, Drayton Howell on to pitch here in the 5th inning with 1 out. Leclerc, the designated player, batting for batting for Delisle here, with a runner on second and 1 away. Howell misses low for ball 1. Just missing there with what looks to be a low rise ball on the outer half. There he is, leans back for 1 and it's strike 1. Comes back with a hard drop ball on the outer half for strike 2, and we have a full count here to Leclerc. Fouled back and staying alive. Claire with 2 walks already today. Howell leans back for 1 and gets LeClaire swinging.
Shallow Lake with some obvious depth in the circle. Starts with Miles, then goes to McComb, and now Howell. And each of them kind of brings something different.
Absolutely. Each time someone new comes in, it's a different look for these Delisle hitters. So they're having to adjust constantly, making this game even tougher than it already is, Greg.
That's right, John. It's a hard game.
That ball's ripped foul down the third base line. Batting now is the first baseman for Delisle, Evan Young. Young has 2 hits in this game already. 2 hard hits. Looks to make it a third here and score that run from second. Howell misses upstairs. Ball 1. Good drop ball there. Gets ahead. 1 and 2 the count. 2 outs. Runner on second here for Evan Young. And Howell gets him chasing the lifter for strike 3.
Great job by Howell. He's an impressive pitcher. A big right-hander. Brings it. He's got all 3 pitches. Finds a way to get out of it, and we've still got a 4-3 ball game.
Absolutely, and that's just what Shallow Lake was looking for, bringing him in. Some runners on, but was able to shut the door and keep it a 1-run ball game. Give his offense a chance to claw their way back as we go to Shallow Lake's turn in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're back here as Josh DeVries laces the ball over to second base for the 4-3 putout. McComb at the plate here.
McComb stays in the game after pitching a few innings. Some versatile players on this Shallow Lake team. We've seen a number of different pitchers, number of different switches defensively, and a number of different hitters as well.
Versatility is certainly a key in a tournament like this where there's a lot of games in only a few days here.
Absolutely, and your pitchers need to be able to play defense. They need to be able to spot in hitting-wise as well.
Absolutely. Cox misses upstairs. I believe that brings us to a full count here. One away, the bottom of the fifth. Cox misses inside. And we'll walk the tying run on to first base here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Looking like Shallow Lake might make a change here, whether it be a hitter or a runner.
Looks like we will have a pinch runner, number 27. Jackson will come in to run for Macomb. Shallow Lake looking to get a runner on to second base here. So perhaps we'll see a steal attempt here with one out. Johnny Couch up to bat. Couch squares the bunt, misses that. Strike one. Cox misses outside to even it up 1-1. The right-handed batter up. Catcher Max Major has a good view of that runner trying to steal. Nothing yet, and that's a called strike two. 1-2 the count here. Lifter in there. Called strike three. Good pitch by Cox.
Yeah, it's a big strikeout from Cox. Lets his defense back up a little bit, 2 outs and a chance to get out of this inning.
Now to the plate, number 12, Ben Redmond. Cox looks like he's getting into a groove here. Pounding that strike zone early and often. Getting ahead of these Shallow Lake hitters. There goes the runner. And he is gunned down by Max Major. Great throw to get Jackson Will trying to swipe second base. And that will be all for the Shallow Lake Sting in the fifth inning here. We will move into the sixth. We are back here for this top of the 6th inning. Delisle Pride hitting here and leading 4-3. Leading off here, third baseman number 6, Tom Norris. Norris had a good day at the plate so far, driving in a pair of runs. This time he'll be looking to get on to lead things off here for Delisle. Foul down the right field line. Oh, to the count here. Howell coming upstairs trying to get Norris to chase that lifter. Doesn't bite. 1-2. Foul back. So Norris staying alive here.
It's a good idea there, mixing the changeup. He's up in the count. Norris has pulled a couple in this at bat. He looks to keep him off speed here, keep him off balance. So Johnny, Howell's got a chance to kind of take over the game here. He's come in, shut Delisle down. We're going to see him at the plate again. Do you think he can be the difference maker for Shallow Lake?
Well, he's certainly been a difference maker thus far. And as one of the leaders on this team, I am sure he will be looking to do so as they try to take down Delisle here.
It's been a good at-bat by Norris. He's seen just about every pitch that Howell has to offer. Let's see what he can do in a 2-2 count here.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3. We'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Caden Fadak. Good change up there by Howell. Good time for that pitch. He's way ahead now, 0-2. Fadak hangs back and drives that pitch into center field for a 1-out base hit.
It's a good idea to go back with the change. Just left it a little up in the zone. Like to see that down around the knees or even lower.
Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter up here. Number 18, Jack Haruk. We'll bat with 1 out. The top of the 6th inning here for Delisle. Hard lifter there from Howell. Delisle looking to put pressure on here. Leading 4-3, hoping to crack this game open still. And give pitcher Owen Cox a little breathing room out there on the mound. Hard drop ball there. Howell looked like he wanted that call. Three-1 the count here. And ball 4 outside. So Haruk will walk. And that will turn the lineup over here for Will Major. And Rhett Bernard back in to run on the re-entry. Top of the order here. Will Major, 2 on. He swings and misses, strike 1. Again, Delisle banging at the door, trying to break this game open. That ball's back to the screen. Wild pitch. Advances both runners. So now we are 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Big at bat here. Howell missing down. 2-1. Infield is in for Shallow Lake. Once again, trying to cut that runner down at 3rd base. They've done a good job of it so far this game. See if they can get that ground ball. Change up off Howell into center field. Both runs will come in to score as Will Major delivers.
Will Major with a big hit for Delisle. He scored in the 1st and adds another single and 2 RBIs for himself on the day.
That will extend Delisle's lead to 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Coach Joel Howell out to check on his pitcher as that one did hit off Drayton, and it looks like that will be it for him. We will see yet another pitching change for the Shallow Lake Sting as Brad Barker comes on to pitch here. With his team down 3 now.
This will be the 4th pitcher we've seen, and we're not through 6 innings yet. Obviously, some pitching depth on this Shallow Lake team. Brad Barker plays U20 with the Rostock Braves. He was named top pitcher at the U20 Elims earlier this summer.
Barker, big, strong kid. Will to come in here and stop the bleeding here. and keep that lead cut down to 3. Well, we got a break here. Once again, I'd like to thank the following sponsors: Hallman Construction, Village Caterer, the Lions Club of Kitchener, McCarter and Grespin Lawyers, MTE Consultants, MHPC Planning, Urban Design, and Landscape Architecture, Ace Home and Garden from Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur, Easton and Rawlings Sports, Expressway Ford in New Hamburg, the Skelton family, and Conestoga College. Once again, want to thank Conestoga for the fabulous work they've been doing here on the broadcast, giving us some great streaming back home, and giving you and I, Greg, the opportunity to try out something new in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. I don't know if it's something I'll continue to do, but really appreciate you having me on here, Johnny.
Oh, you got an act for it. Got a future in broadcast, I tell you.
Appreciate that.
As we are back to it here with Barker on the pitch. Bicknell at the plate, shows bunt. Doesn't get it down. 0-1. Hard drop ball from Barker on the outer half for strike 2. A little giddy up on that one, eh, Greg?
Brad Barker, he's got some pace behind that ball. Again, the fourth pitcher we've seen, and every one of them brings something a little different. This might be the hardest thrower we've seen here tonight.
Missing outside there for ball 1.
And Shallow Lake obviously feels like they're still in this game. They've got 2 more cracks at it. They've had base runners all night. They just need a couple more timely hits in the 6th and 7th, and we could have ourselves a great finish here.
One-two pitch. Fouled. Skied out behind the booth here. Count remains 1-2. That ball's lifted into center field and will drop in. Right in the middle of all 3 fielders, going to get it. Well-placed hit for Bicknell. Now we'll leave runners on first and second here with 1 out. To catcher Max Major. Again, you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this, and you're really wanting to limit the damage here. So keeping that run from second from scoring is paramount. And that ball is drilled. And that is a 3-run shot for Max Major. Crushing that ball into center field.
We talked about it earlier. Max Major can be the difference maker in a tournament like this, and he shows here in the 6th inning why he's one of the best players in the country.
Absolutely, absolutely crushing that ball. A 3-run home run to extend the lead. And just what Delisle's been looking to do all day long is crack this game open. They finally do that here in the 6th inning, extending that lead to 6. Score of 9-3 now in the 6th inning.
And for Shallow Lake, you're just trying to keep it within the 7-run mercy now. You're trying to hang on and get yourself 2 more chances in the bottom of the 6th and the bottom of the 7th.
Absolutely. They scored all 3 runs in 1 inning, so they are still very much in this game. Trying to hang on, make sure that mercy rule isn't in effect. So you get 2 cracks at it here. Barker missing outside there. Drops change up in there for a strike. Barker ahead of Sommerfeld here, 1-2. Climbs the ladder, gets him on the lifter, strike 3. 2 away here.
Brad Barker showing he's got a number of different pitches, sets him up with the changeup and finishes him with the high rise. Good sequence there from Barker.
With 2 outs, the Lyle hitter is Cheryl LeClaire. Change up, ground ball, second base, on to first, in time, gets him out. And Barker gives up the 3-run homer, but gets himself out of it here. Shallow Lake will be coming up, trying to push some runs across and do some damage here. And their turn in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Shallow Lake Sting looking to claw their way back here. Leading the charge will be number 12, Ben Redmond. As he watches strike 1 here.
Owen Cox has done a nice job since he came in, limited some damage, and he continues to attack hitters. Up 0-2 here on Ben Redmond.
Good pitch there. Cox thought he had him. But ball, according to the umpire. 1-2 the count. Waste that one away. 2-2. In this situation for Shallow Lake, you're just trying to get runners on base in hopes that someone later in the order is going to come up with a big hit for you.
Yeah, that's the key. Find a way on. You're down by 6. You've got 6 outs to play with. It's just a matter of getting base runners on and chipping away, putting pressure on Delisle.
Redmond in there fighting hard. 2-2 the count. Just follows that pitch back. And he laces a pitch into left field for a base knock. Great at bat by Redmond. That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Shallow Lake here. Get the leadoff guy on and claw your way back into this game any way you can. They'll bring to the plate number 4, Reese Martin. Cox misses outside.
Yeah, and Reese Martin looking to do more of the same. Just what Redmond did. Wait for your pitch and square it up and hit it hard and give yourself a chance to get on base here.
Good eye there. Leave that pitch low. 3-0 the count now. And ball 4. So first 2 batters this inning reach base safely. And that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Lander Hartley. Hartley squares the bunt but pulls back and fouls one back behind the screen. Interesting play there, squaring the bunt, maybe drawing those infielders in a little bit, and then trying to pull back and hit the ball hard. Swing and miss there for strike 2. Hartley stays alive.
Cox not wasting any pitches, attacking the hitter after walking the previous batter, going right at Hartley, knowing with Drayton Howell on deck, he needs to go right at him.
On a ground ball over to Evan Young at first. Elects to go to second to get that runner there.
Good start to the inning here for Shallow Lake. I mean, they've got 1 out, but they put 2 runners on and turn it over to the top of the order here.
We talked about earlier. Great opportunity for Drayton Howell to be the difference maker in this game.
Yeah, a little different situation here now, down by 6, but it's more of the same from him. Just have a good at-bat here and pass it along to the next guy.
Big swing there from Howell. He was trying to cut the lead in half with that swing. Fair ball down the line to Young at first base. He comes home with it.
So Shallow Lake scores a run on the play, but we're down to, or we've got 2 outs here for Delisle and Brubaker to the plate.
9-4 the score now, with a runner on second base and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
From our angle, that could have been a 50-50 play, whether that would have been fair or foul, but Blue calls it fair. Delisle's able to pick up an out.
Good job there by Evan Young getting over there and getting that ball down the line. If that gets down the line, you know, we're looking at multiple runs scoring and multiple runners being left in scoring position. So good play by him over at first. And we'll have Ben Redmond back in the run using the 2-out catcher rule.
And Brubaker to the plate. He's the man that drove in 2 runs just a couple of innings ago, and he's got a chance to chip away at this lead. Another young player for the Rostock Braves. Seems as though there's a pipeline between Rostock and Shallow Lake.
And Shallow Lake doing their due diligence, making sure the correct runner is on second base, so that'll be Drayton Howell back out there to run. Brubaker connects, drives that ball in the center field, back, and caught.
It's a good piece of hitting, just didn't get quite enough of it. Looked like maybe off the end of the bat a little bit.
Bicknell tracks that ball well, and that will be all for Shallow Lake in the bottom of the 6th inning. They score 1 run, but the score remains Delisle 9, Shallow Lake 4 as we head to the 7th inning. We are back here for the 7th inning of Game 19, the U23 Men's Canadian Fast Pitch Championships here in Kitchener, Ontario. The legendary Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Over on Diamond 2, the Battle of the East Coast, Nova Scotia defeats Newfoundland by a score of 9-2. We're here, and Barker gets a quick one hopper back to him on the mound for the 1-3 putout. That will bring to the plate number 6, Tom Norris. Now, for those of you at home who are potentially looking to come to the park tonight to watch the 8:15 game, that game has been moved up and will be played on Diamond number 2. believe at the 6:30 time slot. So just a heads up if you are coming down in the park. As Barker gets another ground ball out, this time 6-3. Brubaker making a nice play on the first. That'll be 2 away for the second baseman, Caden Fadak. Up next on this diamond will be the Tavistock Merchants taking on the Nova Scotia Selects. Nova Scotia coming off a big 9-2 win here against Newfoundland. Barker with 1 strike to Fadak. And there is another ground ball out, this time right to first base. Over to Josh DeVries, who easily picks that one up, steps on the bag. And that will be it for the Delisle Pride in the 7th inning. Last crack here for Shallow Lake. They come to bat in the 7th. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors here: Hallman Construction, Village Caterer, the Lions Club of Kitchener, McCarter and Gressman Lawyers, MTE Consultants, Planning, Urban Design, and Landscape Architecture, Ace Home and Garden, and Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur, Easton Sports, Expressway Ford New Hamburg, the Skelton family, and Conestoga College. So we're back here, and Brad Barker flies out to right field for the first out in the 7th inning here.
Shallow Lake down to their final 2 outs. Cox doing a nice job, quick work. Gets the first out.
That ball is skied in the infield. And will drop. The corners. Catcher Max Major. I think all of them thought somebody else was going to get it. And that ball drops. And
Whose
gives
ball is that, Johnny?
Whoever calls it. So not down at field level, so not sure who exactly calling that ball. Definitely a tough play for the catcher, though. So he's got to spin around and make sure he catches that on the correct angle to prevent it from spinning out of his glove. But definitely probably hoping one of your corners gets that, as he's got to take his mask off, turn around, make a catch. But we are 2 strikes here to the hitter, Josh DeVries. That ball's hit hard into center field. But Bicknell camping under that one for the second out. Shallow Lake down to their final out here in the 7th inning. To bat, be number 27, Jackson Will. Cox, that hard drop ball, 1-1 the count. Fly ball. Bicknell, camp under that. And that will be all she wrote for this one. Delisle Pride defeating the Shallow Lake Sting by a score of 9-4. Big thanks once again to all the sponsors: Hallman Construction, Village Caterer, the Lions Club of Kitchener, McCarter and Gressman Lawyers, MTE Consultants, MHPC Planning, Urban Design, and Landscape Architecture, ICE Home and Garden in Mitchell, Exeter, and Arthur, Easton and Rawlings Sports, Expressway 4 New Hamburg, the Skeleton Family, and once again Conestoga College for their fabulous broadcast here all week. Big thanks to them. Thanks to my partner in crime up here, Greg Hamill. Excellent job on the color today.
Thank you, Johnny. You as well. And we've got a big one up here next between Tavistock and Nova Scotia.
Absolutely. So stick around or come on out to the park. Cold beer, good sun, some great fast pitch action yet to come tonight and yet this weekend. Thanks so much.